Right, it's just me by the look of it. Don't know what's going on. Who's live? Anybody live? Who knows? Sort that up there. Turn the sound off that. Let's see if anybody's about. Well, if there's no one around, I'll just knock it off. Who knows? Let's double check here. It's on my phone. Peggy, how you doing? Hope you're well. Nada, good to see you, bro. There's a Fox evening. Good to see you. I'm just going to shut it down. I thought no one's coming in. Suzanne, good to see you, Suzanne. Hope you're well. Jerry, nice to see you, people. It's been a while since I've done a live. But I thought, yeah, why not? My 23 hours are back. So what I've decided, once I've used these up, I am going to splash out and do like pay for it. So I'll be on more often. Yes. Hey, big up another channel. Bruce, good to see you, mate. There's a Fox. How's yes, Peggy, yes. I've just been catching up on a few things. Hi, Evie, good to see you. Hope you're well. Just been catching up on a few things, you know. I watched a bit of Jamie's, caught up with a bit of Jamie's last night. I caught up with Dave's. Hey, how's it going, mate? And the name, yeah, yes. So I thought, listen to Dave's. Oh, so all they wanted was Cinderella on there, wasn't it? Yeah, fucking hell. The Ugly Sisters were on there, so sure. Everybody else see it? Jesus, fuck. Talk about frightening a police horse. Gee, God. Yeah, so I thought, yeah, I just looked at a few of those things this morning. I didn't get up till late, though, that's the thing. I mean, there seems to be more going on early hours of the morning, and there is during, you know, then the witching hour comes out, you know, and then, yeah. No, I didn't, Jerry, didn't do a thing. I'm not one for Valentine's Day, and she knows it, you know. I used to be soft as the old, you know, right old softy, but those days are gone. You know, but no, I mean, she knows I love her, Jerry. I don't need that show her, give her a card and treat her. So, but no, I didn't do anything at all. Yeah, so it's just been pretty quiet. Like, you know, I done a bit of visiting on Valentine's Day. Went to see friends and family, you know, and then we went to watch the boys playing bowls, and that was it. Quiet, very quiet. Not a lot going on. I watched the rugby today, another disaster, but never mind. Never mind. Not the be all and end all, is it? Megs, mate, how you doing, bro? Yeah, she knows I love her, Evie, you're right. Yeah, don't need a card and flowers to say that. I used to do it all the time, you know, when we were younger, but don't do it at all now. We need the money. Hello, Peter Pope. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Oh, so you won't hear much here, Peter. I'm hoping, hopefully, it's going to be pretty quiet. Yeah, don't go in for that now anymore. You know, it's just as you get older, you know, it's you set new ways. I think. But anyway, it's just it. No flooding here, Evie, but we have had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of rain. I know some places a little spell of snow, not a lot, but I think listening to the forecast now, I think it's going to be bad tomorrow again. Apparently Tuesday's going to be nice and sunny, and then back to fucking rain. I think it is. You know, it's just shocking, isn't it? You know. But yeah, I've just been sitting back, and I did comment a few on Dave's was it last night or the night before? I can't remember. Yeah, no, last night I think. Did he do one or two? I can't remember. But yeah, it's just not a lot going on. Just listening in. You know what it's like. And there's things sort of going on. Um, Bought 16 fresh chicken breasts. Sainsbury's whole chicken and a massive bag of pizza. Barbecue wings. Back in the day, yeah. See, the more I'm seeing things on YouTube, I'm getting very cautious of what I'm eating these days. When I see the chicken, some of the chicken and some of the mince and all that, I think I'm going to start supporting my local butcher again. Get the meat straight from there rather than pre-packed stuff from a supermarket. Not good, not good at all. Um, so yeah, what was I looking at? Yeah, I was going to say something. I'm trying to find something about this. I see a lot of stuff going on about the disgusting, vile creatures that anally raped a 2-year-old allegedly. Fucking hell, what are we putting up with in this country? Why isn't our government sorting things out? They're responsible for everything that goes on. Everything that goes on in this country that's bad, this government are responsible for. I know. Uh, and I was reading about some Gaji who was done for child stuff, again. Um, Apparently, he used to be an advisor for Hope Not Hate. There you go. Shut that into Hope Not Hate. Yeah, and he was done for filthy stuff with kids. You know. Anyway, but other than that, and of course, our lovely Prime Minister wants to send. He wants to put troops on the ground in the Ukraine along with that fucking Macron muppet. Yeah. You can see the resemblance, kind of, between Tony Blair and this fucking gimp we got in charge at the moment. Both taking us to wars we shouldn't be involved in. People's fucking sons and daughters getting murdered. You know. All right, Brent, mate. Yeah, it's just shocking stuff, Brent, mate. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Fucking hell. When is it going to end? When is it going to end, people? Let's hope before too long we get a new government and we can start doing the right thing and sending these people back where they came from because they are here illegally. You can't say no different to that. If you come by dinghy, you're illegal. No paper. We've seen the videos of papers and passports being thrown over the side. Laughing and joking. I've seen multiple videos on YouTube of people that's come and they're harassing girls on a night when they're on a night out and things like that. It's something's got to stop. It's just got to stop. You know what I mean? It's got to fucking stop. When is this prime minister going to see that what he's not doing is responsible for everything that goes on with these people? And it's not being hateful or spiteful or anything like that. I just think that as a government should put their own people first. And if they are deporting people, then they need to do it quicker. Instead, they've deported X amount of people. Well, they need to up it and get more people out. I think he's quite happy to jump all over Sir Jim Ratcliffe, what Jim said. And Jim was exactly right. And they said, oh, disgusting what he said. It wasn't disgusting. He was speaking facts. He's speaking the truth, It's not hate crime. It's not, anything else. It's just speaking the truth. So yes, we might be going to war if Russia's all around us at the moment. They get their ships, they get their planes, and now we've got China, of course. So it's going to build a new place in London, right next to where all the intelligence cables are and things get fed into the system so they can they're building a fucking they're going deep into the ground, very very close to all this stuff, and but yeah, give China what they want. I've got to say, I mean, they seem to be developing very very quickly in everything they do, everything they touch. I think they're in all sorts of industries, definitely. And I think they're taking over the car, all the cars. And hey, Kev, mate, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, mate. All the cars they're producing at the moment, and all the copycatting like Range Rovers and things like that. I know they're putting their own out there as well, but you know, oh, Russia and China, superpowers, Evie. We've got nothing in this country, nothing. I mean, the last couple of governments we've had have depleted our armed forces right down to the bare minimum. We've got nothing here. I know he's saying that our biggest or newest, I think he said, I don't know if it's the biggest or the newest, most modern aircraft carrier out, you know. China rather love the trade, Russia with the land. I'm not so sure so much because China are looking to take over different places, aren't they? They were sort of Hong Kong was one of the things, and wasn't they looking at Taiwan as well? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure I might have read it somewhere. Yes, there's a fox. You could cup is empty. We got nothing. We couldn't defend ourselves. Not in a million years. And if you look at, if they want to put conscription out there and drag people in. If you look at half, well, I won't say half. That's wrong. It's a lot. If you look at the lot of these lefties that's on these marches, what the fuck are they going to do if you give them a weapon, huh? I went to a dentist once. I tried to tell the truth, but I fell asleep. Ended up being a liar. Right, nice one, Pete. Yeah, so I think all what's going on in the world, and you know, they're still worried about what people are saying online. People are getting locked up. Yeah, yeah, no, good to see you, bro. If you look at all the videos that's going on, perhaps I'm guilty of watching too many, and it's getting into my head a bit. But some of the stuff that goes on, it's just makes you think. As one Scouser comes on, yeah, I don't know what if you want to die young, go into this shop or that shop, and it seems to be everything that they're picking up has got something wrong with it. I spoke before about chocolate. The chocolate's got so many different things, and you know, hello Joe. Well, chocolate now is full of oil, isn't it? Because cocoa's so expensive. They're producing it now with just oil and some other gump, so it tastes like shite. It's really bad. So you can buy, chocolate made with a good percentage of cocoa, but then you're paying through the fucking nose for it. You know what I mean? Your Cadbury's bullshit and all that, and a lot of others are just using oil instead of cocoa. I think it's down to like 20 or 21% cocoa in a bar of Cadbury's now. You know, Cadbury's sold to craft. That's why you get oil. I think the oil's brought in, isn't it? Because it's cheaper to put oil in it than cocoa. That's an issue, isn't it? There you are. Hey, Billy Bob, mate. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, so it's there's lots of stuff, and if you look at food, they're looking at chicken. They were talking about chicken, and the fucking mince is a funny color. Pre-packed mince is a funny color. They already got in the butchers. Cabbages, they got rid of the £1 bags. It's like £1 fish. Yeah, I mean, even a lot of places are doing it. Look at the shares that pay your pension. I pay my pension, Joe. I paid into it fucking all my life, so and they're not giving me back what I put in. I know that. So M&S chalk not too bad. There is a company. They showed up. I went down to the local co-op the other day, and I looked at Cadbury's. Yeah, it was like £2 something for the big bar. Not a big huge thing, but you look at the oil and all that. And then there was another one. I can't for the life of me remember the name, but there was, we were sort of high up on the cocoa amount of cocoa in it, and that was sort of double the price of the Cadbury's. So if you want good chocolate, you've got to pay through the fucking nose for it. That's the one. That's what I'm thinking of. The handmade Tony's. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. That's the one. That's the one that's in the shop. Never seen it in before. Never ever seen it in the shop before. And now, since all this stuff has been coming out, and Cadbury's is being left on the shelf. Cadbury's being left on the shelf because more and more people are looking at it. With bread got a finger in every pie. Yeah, so you've got to. Jerry says tap water gives concerns as well. I think in Wales it's not too bad, or Jerry, to be honest. It isn't that bad. When I spoke to Amos about it before, he was saying around London, everybody's buying sort of bottled water. That's what they drink. They don't come out straight out the tap. Well, I always drink out the tap myself. I think it's what's in Trent, is it? Trent water up there, isn't it? Fluoride in all tap water. There is an element of fluoride in it, Joe. That's right, there is got an element in it, yeah. But I think it's not too bad here. I drink the water regularly. I drink about 3 or 4 pints a day from a tap. But bread ain't good either. I know. The thing is, Jerry, it's a lot of stuff going into a lot of things that we've got no idea about. That's the thing. People got no idea what's been put in our food, what's been put in our drinks. They just go about their day with it. With the thought that they see a bar of chocolate, they pick it up. How many people pick it up and read what's on the back of the paper? Not many. I'd say 90% just pick it up and go to the till with it. And that's it. And and I told you before about what fluoride lowers your IQ. I know, Brent. That's why I'm so fucking dull. You know what I mean? But I don't know, Joe. I don't think people pick it up. To be honest, I don't think they pick it up and read the packet. It's like most things. Yeah, it's been going on a good while. It's been going on a good while. Yeah, Kev. It's just fucking hell. It's crazy money for everything today. Everything's sky high. Everything is fucking sky. I mean, put in bugs in. Hey, when I come home, mate, good to see you. I've been putting bugs in our foods for years and giving them Latin names on the packaging. Tell you can tell them you're just a tinfoil hat. The bugs, I think that's where we're heading. That's what they want us to do. They were talking about the amount of gas put out by cattle. So you know what I mean. And there are a lot of restaurants now of these bugs. I know I can't remember where the one is in Wales. That's all they sell is bugs. Nothing else. That's the restaurant. They just cook bugs up. I suppose once you start eating them, you get used to, I suppose. But it's not one of the things I'd like to chomp down on, to be honest with you. Hey, Alan Parks, mate, how you doing, bro? Hey, Beth. Good to see you, Beth. Paul Dunn, good to see you, bro. That's the problem, people. We don't know what we're eating. We don't know what we're drinking. told you on, which is, these videos of these people, I think it's in the US of A, when they go out in the garden and they roll a snowball into form a snowball, they take it indoors and they put it under a flame, a lighter, and they try to melt the snowball. It doesn't melt. It either turns black or catches fire. And they reckon, there's a hell of a lot of plastic in it. And that's what's falling from the sky with these chemtrails is minute particles of plastic. Bugs are ground up. Yeah, I still wouldn't fancy one, to be honest with me. I couldn't eat a bug, you know. Hey, CJ Wales, how you doing? Hope you're well. So bugs, I think, because there's so many in the world, there's billions and billions of bugs, isn't it? And I suppose when they breed, they don't breed in ones and twos, they breed in hundreds, and thousands, you know what I mean? So you'll never be run short of a bug or two. Polish talk mine. Chalk mine, is it, Joe? What do you want about talk? Chalk. Protein, yeah, they reckon bugs are full of protein, yeah. Oh, talc. They reckon bugs are full of protein, But give me a good fucking steak before I start chomp down on a fucking couple of ladybirds, you know what I mean? Johnson & Johnson, and they have a big company, Johnson & Johnson, aren't they? But I think they're owned by another larger company. Yeah. Chris, how you doing, Chris? Tried a load of bug foods at the festival last year. It tasted bloody lovely. I seen a video today of an Irish. It was like they were Irish, and I think they produce a hell of a lot of Swedes, and he was treating the Swede as a steak the way he cooked it. He said he never peels the Swede, cooks it with the skin on. He just washed it in a bucket, wrapped it up in, was it foil or something? He wrapped it, cooked it for a while, then opened it up, put a load of cloves on it, and some, additives like salt, pepper, and, things like that, and a few other fucking. Then he cooked it again, and he cut it up into slices and put it in a bun with some other stuff. And the fella ate it, and he said it was fucking gorgeous, And that was his alternative was to steak. But I think I'd rather a nice big fucking steak and a piece of Swede. Yes, Jerry, that's the. I mean, our waters are heavily polluted, not just internal with the rivers and the streams. I mean, they go to sea. When I worked for Welsh Water, I was based in one of the treatment works, and working in the office there. And of course, it goes through several treatments before it gets released then into the river. It's clean. It is clean. There's nothing dirty about it when it goes in, but obviously, with the amount of pollution that goes on, like I told you before, in Wales, the drainage is antiquated. I mean, it's hundreds of years old, or 100 plus years, just over 100 plus years old, I would imagine. It's too small to accommodate the volume of water that's being produced today with, ever-growing population, more and more houses being built, more and more systems being put on, an antiquated system. Therefore, you get more pollutions going on because, one, the size of the sewers and the surface water lines and everything are too small to take the volume that's being produced today. The other reason is a lot of these treatment works are too small, and they have to put attenuation tanks, outside of the works to hold back the sewer because they can't accommodate all the flow coming in. So only if it gets too bad, only one place it goes is out to the old CSOs, which is a combined sewer overflow, and either directly into a water course or it'll go into a river, which then obviously goes to the sea. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going into the sea. Air fryer never beat a proper oven, Colin. I like the old air fryer, Colin, to be honest with you, mate. You know, nothing wrong with the old air fryer. Nothing I know about. I mean, we may look at different, we look different and think differently, China, but inside us, we all have one thing in common: microplastic. Absolutely true, mate. Absolutely true. Yeah, there's no getting away from it. Absolutely true. Joe says bottled water got microplastics in it. I don't know. I'll never drink. Very rare drink bottled water. If I'm away from the house, and I'm thirsty, I'll buy a bottle of water or something. If there's nothing around. But fucking hell, look at years ago, when I was going camping as a kid up the mountain, we'd be drinking out the fucking brook. You know what I mean? There'd be a little brook running down the mountain past where we used to camp. We were drinking that water. Nothing ever happened to us, but you can go up if you walked up the mountain further, there might be a dead sheep in it or something like that, but we didn't know. We just drinking the fucking water lower down the mountain. So I don't know. It's like it's microscopic, like you say, the plastics, but we're all carrying them in our bodies. Yeah, definitely, definitely, 100%. But Chris is hitting the big time. Yeah, I'm out in Wrexham on a protest in 1 week. Safe jobs. I'm out in Wrexham on a protest in 1 week. All right. Let's have a look here. Put air on your chest. There's more air on your fucking chest. Oh, fucking hell. Plastics. I mean, everyone. Plastic affects people in all walks of life, doesn't it? I never conform. Inside you right now, microplastics in blood, and many heart attacks or strokes caused by this. Bring Pink John back. There's if we really looked at all the things that are actually going on, all the videos you see of like the food, like our food is being contaminated, before it's put in the shops, the things that go on with our chocolate, with our drinks, with our food, with whatever's in the air out there, Yeah, we breathe. You'll be afraid to go outside the fucking door. You'll be afraid to fucking eat anything or drink anything, But it's happening, isn't it? Hey, Christine Wright, how you doing? Rick is Chris stole my protesting job. He's there in Wrexham. He's on the ball, Rick, mate. He's on the fucking ball. Aren't you, Chris? On the fucking old cannon and ball. So yeah, I thought I'd stick a live out for a short time. So I mean, there'll be others going live later on, no doubt. I'll put a link out, I think. Let's see. What the fuck was that? Hey, JPM, mate, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, Oh yeah, no mate. I watched it. Fucking hell. If I was in that stadium, I would have gone up the first half hour, mate. I tell you, I would have gone up the first fucking half hour. Fucking disgusting. Oh, what have I done by now? I'm like a twat. Oh man, fucking useless. There's there's a guy, a Scottish guy I've been following. And he talks about cars buying, selling, and all sorts like that, you know. And he was he was saying that on his latest live that next year or this year apparently in April, I think it's April, that a lot of the old cars are going to go up to like £720 road tax. You know, they said they were going to push hard to get a lot of people off the road with these older cars, and looks like they're going to push really hard towards that because £700 for road tax is ridiculous. You know, not all cars, just certain old cars. You know, I mean, I think they mentioned like the Ford Monteos and things along that age. You know, I would imagine predominantly it'll be diesel cars, but who knows? And it may be over a certain CC, hasn't I? You know, not gone into it in depth, but I'll listen to his live, and you know, £720 a year for fucking time. No wonder they want to try and get us off the road. Rick, are you out in the protest? Chris says. I think Chris, he might be protesting with you. Yes. Hi, Christine, mate. So, when you're starting work, Chris, CW, Chris John Wright, when you going into work? Any news? You have a job? I know you applied for it, and I'm not sure if you told me you were going to be starting soon, or you're going to have to do a DBS check first or something. I can't remember what he told me. But yeah, hope you get it. I hope you do all right, mate. Yes, rugby. Let's forget about the fucking rugby. Mind you, I got to say Scotland played very well yesterday when they beat England. You know what I mean? Wales are the whipping boys of rugby these days. We like the old Italy, you know, when Italy used to be the whipping boys getting fucking thrashed all the time. Now it's Wales. But like I said, you can't, if you haven't got socks, you can't pull them up. You know, we haven't got the class of player we've had in the past, and it's just not there in this bunch. So I wouldn't expect anything big from fucking Wales. Our only way to stop having a wooden spoon is beat Italy, and I can't see that happening. On my chin, son. I want to hand in my Welsh Heritage card, and I can't believe the French give us a thrashing today. Yeah, I know what he means, son. I know what he means. I've seen they said that there was thousands of seats unsold for today's game after last week's performance. You know, but the one thing that put me off going, I used to go regular to watch Wales, regular. You know, me and the missus. You're talking tickets with like from up to 50 quid. You know, 50 quid a ticket each. You know, have a few drinks. You know, and train fare up and down. You know, you're talking 200 quid spent just to fucking watch them lose, you know. I thought, fuss enough for that bullshit. Fuck you, hell. No way. I'm working at 10 till 2 a.m. Oh, you're back in the care business, Chris, are you? You're back in the care business. But yeah, it's fucking things are going on. But yeah. Oh, hang on, is this the main man? He's coming to let's have a look here. I got you. What's happening, Chris?
Yeah. You ain't Tyrone.
Yeah, good. What's happening with the job in the school then?
Um, yeah, well, I'm just waiting for that. Yeah, I starting a new job on tomorrow night.
All right, back in what you were doing before, is it?
Well, no, in the factory. But I'm not saying
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
When you said
yeah, yeah. Top said, don't say nothing on here.
that's a short shift, isn't it? 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, it's only part time.
Okay, okay. Oh no, don't say anything on here because somebody
No,
will pick up on it, you
well,
know.
yeah, it's just a job for now till I get something better.
I said tie you over for a bit, aye. It's money coming in, isn't
Yeah,
it? You know, that's what it's all
yeah,
about. You know,
yeah,
you've got to be done, son. Got to be done.
yeah.
So
God,
yeah,
yeah, I'd seen, uh, two protesters will be banned from watching Wrexham for 5 years, Tyrone.
have they? What have they done then? What have they said?
Well, I don't know. They're going to migrant hotels in Wales and
Mm.
posting it on Facebook and set up protests in Wrexham.
Yeah, but you've got to be careful. You can't promote
Samantha,
any
yeah,
violence.
I know. Samantha, she's been banned.
Mm.
Huh?
You can't really promote violence and
Well,
hatred,
Rick
can
probably
you?
knows that Wrexham. Yeah, Rick probably knows. Um, One person from Wrexham United is be banned from a racecourse for 5 years.
Mm. No, you don't go to watch them play, Chris.
Yeah.
You're all right.
But, well, I don't
Have
go to
you,
watch them. I only go to a stadium on occasion.
have you done anything?
To buy a football shirt.
Have you done any videoing since we last spoke on you? Have you been
No,
anywhere?
I'm
Any
back out in
protests?
1 week's time. I
Sorry?
was going to go to Manchester. I'm not going to Britain first, Tyrone. Yeah, I don't believe in them.
Right. So what are you going to do first? You said Ireland, is it?
Well,
What are you going to do
I've
first?
been out
Ireland?
a few times. I'm going on a process next week to Wrexham.
Okay. Okay. So what have they done with that
Yeah.
hotel then, Chris? Have they stopped them, or are they still going to go there, or what's happening?
Well, apparently, they're going to Rossett next month. The migrants.
Okay.
But I think about 75 men are going.
Okay.
Rick probably knows Rossett is in Wrexham.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
so you haven't been
and
anywhere. You're not with your camera.
oh yeah, it just has to be nothing on in Wrexham for about
No.
2 weeks, and yes, a protest on the 22nd.
Okay. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just wanted to know. Is Rick going?
I don't know. Ask him. You can comment in the chat. I think
Yeah.
he's still here.
He's busy.
He's busy, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he
Okay.
might be. I don't know.
Right. He might be. I haven't. He hasn't said he's not going. But then again, he hasn't said he is fucking going, Chris. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes, Chris. So how you been? Are you good?
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, I've been on
Whose lives has been
tubs a
going
few
on?
times. Well,
You what?
on YouTube, God, Sowerby had a row with UK lady, and
When was that?
Ice. Did you see me on Ice? Yeah. Ice. He was slacking off long and Lou for 20 minutes, and I said, bad email. I said to Ice, I was asking the question. He said, "All right, it's my cat." Yeah, I'd seen yeah, Bad Ice. He said he was going to come to my door and assassinate me.
Whose
Yeah, I
life was
just
that
take it
on?
with.
Whose live was that on?
and 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 after he was 10 times worse, Tyrone. He doxed himself.
Big cast,
He
isn't it?
phoned up his missus, and he went on the phone to uh, I, I sure what social services. Wolfie could tell you. And he was pissed, Tyrone, and he doxed this address, his name. Oh my God!
Who
You,
did
you,
Ice?
well, Ice, yeah,
Whose live was it on?
Ice
Yeah, but whose live was it on?
on Ice,
On
Ice's
on his
channel.
own live. On his own live.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
and yeah. God, Ice is mad sometimes. Yeah,
Where was Zara in the UK having a go then, Chris?
yeah, on Jamie's.
On Jamie's. All right. Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Jamie kicked them both off.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he said, "I'm not having this here."
I
And
I've seen well Zara was on Jamie's early hours this morning, I think, wasn't she? Or early this morning. And I think she was on Dave's as well,
yeah,
you know. There you are. What could you say,
and,
Chris? What could you say?
yeah,
So you've been what else where else you been? You've been on with Torbs, yeah? Hey Yogi mate.
yeah. But yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to look. I think he's took it down, Tyrone. You look, you look on. Tubsum could tell you a whole story, and Wolfie. Um, God, he doxed himself. And he was on the phone to a woman. What? And oh my God.
Did it get clipped?
Well,
Did
no,
some
because
no,
Yogi was in the garage.
all right, no one clipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yoki's not a scumbag. Yoki's not got his address out.
Yogi's in the chat says there was no real argument. Chris is 3 days behind. Or
Yeah.
there was
3 days. Yeah.
there was no.
Friday. Yeah. Friday morning. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was bloody pissed at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Ice China, I didn't know he was a bit of a drinker.
Well, no. No, well, no, ice. Ice to say,
Oh, ice. I thought he meant ice chain pure water. Ice. When you said
no,
ice. Oh, ice. Ice to
yeah,
sea and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
he likes a little tipple.
yeah,
Oh, my chin's so nice. Cheers, mate.
yeah.
I thought he
God,
was saying
he was
ice.
sucking Lolu off for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And seeing she's a bullshitter and she's a fucking liar. And I said to Ice,
I thought you were my kid.
you did. Laura told me you said in nasty emails. He said, you shit stone, Chris. I'd be going to Wales to your house and I'd go assassinate you.
He likes a few bottles of wine,
Yeah.
eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah, and 2 hours after, or an hour, Wolfie read on. I went into town, and Wolfie read on out in pub shops. Oh my God, he read 10 times worse. He
Yeah.
doxed himself, and I was on the phone to Shaw's social services. I could be wrong. He was on the phone to well, I don't know, might be his partner.
Oh, I don't know, Chris. I
And
haven't
he
seen it.
told everyone his phone number, his address,
Oh my God.
and his name.
Wow, wow, wow. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
You go have some weirdos full up takeaway shops now and taxis.
Chris,
Well,
did anybody?
people know where you live now, eh?
Did you see Chris the Brick having a rant about Bob Cart?
No.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
He was going to doorstep Bob or something, and then Chris went there, but Bob gave him the wrong address. He gave him a duff address. Oh, fucking hell, out
yeah,
in stitches. You know.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. God, yeah, yeah, Ice, God, he made Puck Chops and Wolfie laugh, all day, and, Tubbs.
well,
He did, yeah,
he can be funny when he's had a few drinks. You know, he's
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, what a mess! What made what made he slacking out long off? He was to assassinate me. Oh my God, and a few hours after, he's coming out with everything. He thought no one could hear him on the phone.
oh.
Yeah.
And he's taking it down, and I would like to listen to
Oh, he took
that.
it down. So some idiots might have clipped it.
Oh,
Yeah, and Yoki
yeah.
missed it. Yeah, Yoki was in the garage.
Oh, you know. Yeah, there's some funny things going on at the moment.
Yeah,
Yes, fucking hell.
yeah.
Did
God,
you
God.
did you watch Dave's live? Hey Gregory mate, how you doing,
Um,
bro?
well, no, I spoke to Gypsy Dave for about 20 minutes on Lisa Sargent's.
All right. What was that about?
Yeah,
Who's Lisa
and
Sargent? Hey, you're
what?
on the way.
Oh, well, you don't know her. She's like a mold. She's been on YouTube for ages.
All right. Okay.
And I think she goes on to Jamie's chats more often, and she
Oh, I'm not
knows
sure.
Gypsy Dave. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I know I listened to it this morning, and who was on there? Fishel was on there, and
yeah,
Zara B was on there.
yeah,
Um, with the cameras on, you know.
yeah.
That's all he wanted
But
then was Cinderella.
yeah, well, yeah. Fischl has done some stuff in the past.
Oh, it
God,
was great. It was a laugh a minute. She was going to kick somebody's head in and fucking.
yeah, and she took kids' pictures off Facebook.
Ooh,
Film
careful
Boy.
what you say now. Make sure you're 100% right.
Yeah, yeah. Film Boy said it's
Oh, well, that's okay then. It's true then. No, you've got
yeah,
to have the facts, Chris. You
yeah.
can't go
It
saying
was
things and
past, yeah.
you've
But
got to have
yeah,
facts.
you don't take people's pictures off Facebook. Well, especially kids.
All done, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I never seen Fischl on
All
yours,
right.
Tyrone.
No, she wouldn't come. I don't want her on here, Chris. No way.
No,
Have you seen her? The face of a frighten the police horse.
yeah.
She got these big, long white, well, they were calling them rat tails. They were supposed to be
Oh
dreadlocks. I don't
yeah.
know. I've seen her. She's been a shit stirrer for a long time, but a
Mm,
lot of people get on with her. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't entertain that or the other one that was on. You know.
yeah.
But
Well, yeah, and yeah, Tony was on Tubbs on last night.
who was on there?
Spugfish.
Oh, Tony. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And Die and Puck Chops. Gypsy. I think yeah, Gypsy Day was live. You said and who
Yeah,
else?
Dave was live. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie went. Yeah, Wolfie went on to yeah, Tubbs's life, and he went on to Society X.
According to Yogi, fish on his ball. They're all wigs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, Yogi knows a lot.
Chris never forgets a bit of drama, does he? I do remember what he's talking about with Peanut siblings on the cesspit. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Peanut, that's the one who got strangled out by what's his name? Dennis, wasn't it? When he went to a fight.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah. Tyrone, yeah.
I think they're real.
Now, official. After doing that, I don't trust her. Taking kids' pictures off Facebook of film boys' kids.
Well, that was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I still don't trust her.
Well, Chris, there's a lot of twisted people on here, Chris. A lot of twisted
Yeah,
people on here. Oh, Nath, how you doing?
yeah.
Leg is
God,
good at the moment. Waiting for a video call tomorrow. See what they can do.
God, yeah, and UK lady and Sowerby had a row, and Jamie said, "Right, you two are going off. Um, take your arguments somewhere else."
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, but I haven't seen much of YouTube, Chris. I've only just been catching up this last
yeah,
day or so, you know. Since my last live was, what, 10 days ago, was there, something like that?
yeah.
So,
But I just saying, um, have you been off YouTube for like 10 days, Tyrone? Yeah,
I've, um, I haven't done a live for 10 days, no, but
oh yeah. Well, you might,
I've listened to a few, Chris, but not many, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Gypsy Dave's last night, but yeah, I spoke to him for 20 minutes on Lisa Sargent's.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to meet Lisa and CP. I'm in May.
We're in London.
Yeah, um, yeah. Well, saying that, yeah, I think it's still going to be on, but Tommy Robson he's left the country.
Where's I've seen a post earlier on today. I didn't look at it. It just said I'm in the
Yeah,
sun, so I don't know where he's fucking gone, Chris. I don't
no
know.
me. Well, he's got to keep it quiet because ISIS they're after him.
ISIS,
Yeah, ISIS want to kill him.
did they?
Yeah. Well,
Who said
you
that?
never see it all over, well, in newspapers and that.
No, no. I don't look
Yeah,
at the newspaper, Chris.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. The police said to Tommy Robertson that we can't protect you. Um, it's down to you. But yeah, they said, yeah, a copper said, your life's in danger. ISIS want to do something to you.
Well, is it a case that they can't protect him or they won't protect him?
Oh
Which
no,
is it?
yeah, they said they can't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like AY was saying, and a few people saying, sounds like some of these ISIS are in the hotels.
You are, yeah, insane, but yeah. Apparently, he was contacted by police saying ISIS have put a threat out for him. So he's asking people to help donate to support him and he's had to leave the country. There you go.
Yeah,
That was a Zionist newspaper.
yeah, yeah. To be honest, yeah, you'd be stupid to go to Spain. It's not, it's too near home. I think he's gone a bit further away.
Well, it doesn't matter where you go, Chris. The world is only, there's only so many places you can go. Spain's as good as anywhere, isn't it? You've got to fucking find them wherever they are, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, Tyrone, you probably go far away. ISIS are after you.
Well, like I said, you can go to as far as you want to, Chris. If
Yeah,
somebody wants to find you, they'll fucking find you. Simple
yeah,
as.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Israel could protect him.
Um, well, maybe.
Yeah,
Didn't somebody say he was Jewish? Is he actually Jewish? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, to speak to about that, it's Roy.
Nath?
Yeah, it's me. Just come up quickly. Chris. Good evening, by the way, Tyrone. Chris, you need to go and do your research and analysis.
Yeah,
You need to go and do your research because I could have sworn down I was heard something. They're apparently state trained. They're meant to be these big, huge ass terrorists, but I think they are. I've asked I never conform. I swear that I heard something. They're state trained. They're basically just like army soldiers and
yeah,
all that. I think they I think they're. I remember hearing some time back about them.
Oh, they're well.
Don't don't.
I mean, they're well trained because they've been at war with fucking the UK and all sorts for years, America and everything. I say something. So
But they were portrayed as the media to basically be, just these terrorists that come out of nowhere. But apparently they're not.
Israel protects PDFs, so why not? Regardless, just no idea. He's got real world. Yeah, but I mean, if he's if somebody wants to find him, because they will. I remember they done the same, wasn't it? It wasn't so much ISIS, but there was a writer called Rushdie, wasn't it? And he was writing about something about the Quran and different things, and they put a death threat on him, but he's still here, and that was about fucking 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So who knows, Chris? Who fucking knows?
You got Jojo in your chat. I've got him blocked personally.
Yeah, he's been in all night. He hasn't said anything out the way. So
Yeah, Tyrone, what,
all right, Christine, mate.
I'd seen that. Do you think it's ISIS in the hotels?
Well, Chris, I mean, a lot of people have said since this has been going on that they seem a lot of people think they're of a fighting age. They're young men. Whether or not they are, Chris, who knows? I mean,
Go on, Tyrone.
Can you imagine if they're given the signal at one point, and if they are soldiers? So I'm sure somebody put a video up way back last year, the year before, about the amount of arms that were found in the country. So who knows, Chris? Who knows?
Well, the thing is where they all of a sudden just come up in there. ISIS did. I remember that.
Joe was saying, Chris, did the Tories not tell us there were 9 cells in the UK a year ago? So
yeah.
No, there's obviously soldiers I mean, soldiers a year, definitely a year, but whether or not these people coming over are actually soldiers, because they are all young men of a fighting age. Let's just put it that way, So who knows?
Well, I know one thing for a fact. I've even seen it myself. There's actually it's clear as day that the army that the hotels being used as army barracks now. They are, because you've seen soldiers in there and all that. I've seen a video where DJ media, as much as people have their opinions about him, I'm not gonna go and not watch a video just because of what I've heard about someone. He done a filming and there was a guy dressed up in army clothing.
I know that it was being suggested a while back that maybe these people are being brought in to fight against the British people, by the government.
Yeah, I figured that out ages ago, Tyrone. I was speaking to Base Marshall. I said to him, "It's clear as day what they're over for. It's clear as day. It's clear." They've all of a sudden just been brought over it. And the thing is, I was speaking to somebody in the supermarket today, and they actually went and said to me that I think it is their son. He said can't remember what he said, but he said what part he's in now. I think he's in the Air Force or whatever. But they're giving him all sorts of training now. And I said to him, "Well, would your son fight against his own British people? Would any of the other soldiers?" And he said, "Nope." Well, there you go then.
I'm gonna bring Joe up.
Yeah.
Keep it civil, Joe. Keep it civil.
So let me get this right. The Tories told us about a decade ago there was 9 terrorist cells in this country operating. Right? There was 6 caught within the last decade, and if I do believe, like Nathan just said there, right? He knew what they're up to. He knows what they're up to. Was it not Colonel Gaddafi and ISIS after Gaddafi got wiped out, right? Was it not ISIS that told us, we will not fight you in our countries anymore? We are going to infiltrate your countries at a base level and every level. Now, did they not tell us that when we started pulling out of Afghanistan and Iraq? And if so, what's changed?
I've seen videos of actually people from that sort of area saying that they are infiltrating all of Europe, because the out and out plan is to take over the world.
They
Eventually.
they must they
told us,
must be state trained and they've been sent in by the state, ISIS, because where the fuck did they come
right,
from out of
okay,
the blue?
right. What does ISIS stand for?
I don't know what it stands for. You go and tell me, Joe.
The Israeli Security Intelligence Services, and you can go check that out because they told us in the 70s. Why is it then?
Oh,
Let's check this. Right, wait. Now let's fast track it, right? If I'm correct, why is it the white helmets that were fundamentally paid for by Britain and America only took ISIS troops off the battlefield into Turkey? Why is it that when we blamed, right, we blamed ISIS for doing something, right, and then Daesh, the original terrorist group, came out and says we're not ISIS, we are not Israelis. Why is that? So come on, Nathan, you tell me who ISIS is. Do you think it's the Islamic State? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? I mean, I can produce a video, by the way, Ty, right? I will stick it on my community page where Israel tells us this 1976, 78, because we actually helped them bring up their like intelligence services, yeah. And when we want to refer to them as something, like we'll talk about the CIA, MI6, MI5. We didn't have nothing to call
that
the Israeli intelligence services, right? We had like the ones that were there, the military,
oh
but
my,
for the
give me
proper
a
diagrams, it was ISIS. That is basically what they said to call themselves. It's a bit like how the P word is bad, but the word Pakistan means land off the Pakis, and it was what we were requested to call them back when they first turned up too, right?
Can I
So
do?
if we could always regress ourselves back to what we know as facts, rather than opinions and conjecture, we will actually get there. Because
All right.
think about it. Wait, come on then. Right, Denny Bit.
Can I interject?
No,
To-
Nathan,
to-
interject.
no, can I
Answer one of the
can I
questions.
interject
Answer
to
one of the
agree with you on
questions I
something?
made. Answer one of the questions because they're intelligent questions and they're based on facts. So answer one of the questions and we'll maybe get to understand what's happening around us because most of you can't comprehend it because you're
Oh
basing
yeah,
your arguments on
Joe.
fallacies.
Joe, no, it's
Right,
not. I
answer one
heard
question
that they
then.
were. I was
You heard.
about to go.
You heard.
Oh,
Heard for who?
fuck
Where did
off,
you hear
Joe.
from? Where did you hear from, Nathan?
Tyrone,
Heard.
I'm gonna mute up in a minute because I'm not speaking to this retard. Honestly,
Right, then
he's
speak
got
to this
absolute.
retard because this retard knows more than you.
You're
I just
socially
gave you
inept.
facts.
You're
Gave you
socially
facts,
inept.
Nathan.
I was just about to
I'm
go and agree
socially
with you.
inept. You tried to
yeah,
be
you are.
autistic. You tried to be like me.
Oh, here we go. Listen,
You did.
listen.
Don't say I'm socially
I was
inept
just
when you
about to
wanted
go
to
and
be
agree
like
with
me
you
and
to
were
go and
upset
say
you
that
didn't get paid.
ISIS were military trained by Israel. I just want to agree with you on that one because that's what I heard.
No. ISIS is Israel, you fucking idiot.
They
It's the
were
Israeli
trained by
Security
Israel. You
Intelligence
bitch.
Services, and
Exactly.
we are the ones. We're the
Oh,
ones
all
that
right, I'm
trained
muting
them.
up.
Britain trained them, you fucking idiot. That's the whole point. We trained Israeli security industries. We trained them. MI5, MI6, even the NSA guy that left, Snowden, he says, when I get stuck, I phone up GCHQ. Do you notice how they all have these
Do you know how
letters?
you're saying we think what we know? Where the fuck did you get your information from the major?
Well, let me guess. What did I used to do for a living, Nathan?
Doesn't
What was
matter.
my job? What was my
Doesn't
job?
matter.
And I'm talking
Your
about
job.
things that have been known.
Your
That
job.
I'm
Your
talking.
job.
My
Your
job was in the
job
army.
was
I was
before
reconnaissance company.
ISIS come
My
along.
last job in
Your
my
job
last
was
job. Wait,
before
Nathan.
ISIS
My last
come
job in
along.
an infantry regiment, Tyrone,
Can you
according to
turn down his
DWP,
mic, please,
for my
Tyrone?
hearing claim, which has been proven. I
Tyrone,
was an accountant. I
please
was an
turn his
accountant in
mic
Northern
up.
Ireland, Tyrone. So, what do you think I used to do for a living? I cannot count numbers up the way I can only subtract.
You was in the army before ISIS had come along, and you left it before they'd come along.
Nathan,
so you
it
tell
can't
me
be
how
true.
the fuck you know this?
Well, I just told you, Nathan. I just told you. We were told that ISIS equals
Yeah, exactly.
Israeli
We were
security.
told.
We were told in the 70s, you fucking idiot. We were told 4 years
Do you know
before I
how
was
old
born.
I am, you dickhead?
Yes,
Do
you're
you
in
know
your
how old I
30s,
am?
you
I'm
fucking. You're in your
31, you
30s.
fucking idiot.
Yeah,
So how the
there
fuck
you
can I
go.
know about
I'm 45.
this guy?
I'm 45. So how do I know
You
before you?
on
Is it because I'm
fuck?
older and
Yeah.
wiser?
What
Is
have
it
you
because
not
I
been?
actually left my house and did something with my life? Is
Oh,
it
here we go.
because I actually
Here we go.
understand how things work certain
Here we
ways?
go.
Because you've never did it. Because you're a wealth of knowledge. I mean, you're
Do you
really
know
good at
what?
coffee. You're great at coffee. You're a coffee connoisseur.
Alright,
Like,
Tyler,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
muting off. I'm no longer talking to this cunt, honestly.
You've said
You're
this
so
4 times.
you're
4 times you
socially
said it.
inept. You're socially inept.
I'm not
You're
socially inept. You can't answer a
are.
question and you
You
want to
are.
talk about social
You are.
ineptness.
No,
Answer
because you
one of the
think you know
premises I
everything.
actually made.
You think you.
I want you
Do you
to
know
prove
what?
that you know
Do
what I'm
you know
talking about.
what's so funny?
Do you know what I'm
Do you know what's so
talking about?
funny? I
What's
can have a
funny is you're
normal
thick.
civilized question. Oh yeah, I'm thick, am I? Well, no, because you
Yeah.
don't want to go and educate no cunt. You're just a retard.
I asked you one question. What is ISIS? You said you don't know. I then told you what we were told it was.
They
I then
were
asked you 3 questions. I asked you 3
trained,
questions and you've
prick.
not answered one of them.
Let me
You've
say
just made
this.
it about you and me.
Joe,
That's it.
You're no,
Joe,
that's just no.
Joe,
You're projecting,
Joe,
bro.
hang on, Let me say, Joe, I just googled about ISIS, and it says the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Nothing about.
It
what
does
you
indeed.
said.
It does indeed. It does indeed, right? But I'll produce you. Give me 2 seconds. I'll see if I have it on this device, right? If I don't have it on this device, I'll need to stick it into a Telegram and get it on this device. I'll produce to you something that's been on YouTube for over 20 years that is TV programming telling you that ISIS stands for Israeli Security Intelligence Services, because that's what they told us to call their version of, because Mossad is army, GCHQ's army, yeah? MI6, isn't he? We all have separate stuff. NSA does the same thing as CIA and the FBI do. It just does it in a different location, right?
Well, no, you
So we
don't
wanted,
say.
so we
Calls
wanted to know. So
Mossad
we wanted. Shut
is
up.
Israel.
Mossad's the
No, I'm not going to
military
shut
arm.
up.
Mossad's the
Mossad
military arm,
is
Nathan.
Israel.
It's
No
Israeli's
shit.
military intelligence, Nathan. Yeah, that's
You
correct. Yes,
fucking
yes.
idiot.
GCHQ's are military intelligence. What's MI5 and MI6? What are they? They're under a different wing. You
What's the
fucking
point
idiot.
of What's the point of even talking to you when you're such a
Well, I
patronising
don't
little
know,
cunt?
because like, I'm not patronising. You're
You
asking
are a
questions.
patronising little
Don't be
cunt.
upset. You don't like
You
my delivery
can't.
method,
Who's
Nathan.
upset? Oh,
I
listen,
give
you
you
could
exactly
not
what you
upset
put
me.
in with me.
You
I
could
put in
not
you.
upset. No,
No,
you started
you're not bright
first.
enough to
You
understand
started
what
first.
words I'm
No,
using,
do
Nathan.
you know? Do you know what's so crazy?
Go and
I
grab
can
a
have a normal
coffee. Go and grab a
conversation with
coffee.
Tyrone. I will never
Yep,
conform
I
in the
know.
chat. I
I know.
don't need
I
any of
know.
you other times to
It's
have a normal
because
conversation.
you see me as
No,
homophobic, isn't it?
you are homophobic.
I'm not. I just know gays when I
You
know them, when I
are.
see them.
You are.
Like
You are. You are homophobic.
I'm
I'm
not
not gay.
homophobic.
Right?
I just didn't understand
Oh,
how you're getting to heaven. And if you're not
what?
getting to
Just
heaven,
what?
it means you're going to hell.
Oh, this
You know what
guy
I mean?
is such a fucking
What? Why
honestly.
are you upset?
How have
What are you
you
upset
not
for?
been assassinated by
What are
now
you
by some
upset for?
cunt?
Because I'm
How
good
have
at
you not
what
been
I do.
assassinated? You're not good at
Because
nothing.
I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant.
Yeah,
And
of
many
course
people
you
have
are.
tried. Would you like
Of
to
course
try?
you are.
I bet you get ended too.
Of course you are.
How many people are missing people because of me? Quite a high number, to be fair.
Oh,
That's
God.
aye, Nathan. You know what? Funny about it, Nathan. You've got no idea. But then again, you're not actually taught. You don't actually know the sociopaths you're sitting next to. I mean, what's the difference between a sociopath and autism, Nathan? Asperger's syndrome. What is the difference? Is it empathy?
Do you know
Is
what?
that the only difference?
Tyrone, I'll
You
catch you
wanted to
later
be
on.
you wanted to
I
be
can't
autistic.
even be.
See, this is why I think you're just a sociopath, because you have no empathy. You know?
You love to project, don't you?
No, I don't. I just point out the
Yeah, you do.
obvious. This is why you're the
Do you
coffee king.
know what, Joe?
This is
Do you
why
know
you're the
what?
coffee king. This is why you're
I'll
the coffee king.
tell you what.
That
Listen,
link will be backstage in a couple of
Joe,
seconds, Tyrone,
you've got
alright?
so many people backing you up in this chat, and I couldn't give a fuck.
The funny
Joe,
thing is, Nathan,
I get so much hate on this platform.
Nathan, you
by
get so much hate because you're a
hypocrites.
dirty wrong'un who likes to abuse
Am
women for
I?
coffee. Yes.
Yeah.
And when they say
Well,
no,
it's a narrative, isn't
Nathan,
it?
you like them to get that upset. They
It's
have
a
heart attacks.
narrative, isn't
Man, that's
it?
what happened with
Yeah.
Twin Flames, innit, Nathan? She had a
Yeah.
heart attack because she
Yeah.
said no. And you didn't like
Yeah.
it. Then you went into the
Yeah.
live all
Yeah.
about her. Yeah.
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 Let's not go down that road, Joe. Come on, keep it on the subject.
No,
of
Tyrant, it's fine, Tyrant, it's fine. Go on, keep on, Joe. Keep on.
Let's keep it on the ISIS
No?
track a minute that Chris raised about.
No, you got no more, Joe, because Joe, you're another one, alright, of those, of those other people on YouTube who tries to hurt people with their words because you're sad and you're a fucking head. You're a miserable little pisshead. That's all you are, Joe. So you and your words can't bother
What are
me.
these people that go on YouTube and try and extort money out of them?
Joe, your words can't hurt me.
How many people pay for your existence? That's at the backstage for you, Tyrone. I'll mute myself so you can play it though, right? Really old video, Tyrone. Really old video. You can tell by just how the video looks. Good though. It's really informative, Ty. It's backstage.
What's going on, boys? What's going on, boys?
Hey, doing forever flat. How are you?
What are we bickering about?
Oh, I'm not actually bickering about anything. I was just pointing out the obvious. Don't worry about it. Nathan doesn't like me. We didn't get on. I'm straight. He's gay. It's a Christian thing. It's a religious thing. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? I buy my own coffee. He expects everybody else to do it. You know, to be fair. But it is interesting. You know.
If you believe everything Joe Biden says, then you're stupid.
Oh, don't believe everything I say. I suggest you go look and check. You will find the evidence. It's all out there. Many broken hearts for OAPs.
I'll tell you what, Joe. Do you know if I saw you on the floor right here and I pulled a blood, I would hit you straight on past.
You'd
I
run
would
away,
walk on past.
You'd run
boys,
away.
you know what they say, don't believe the hype.
Yeah, that's right.
I would walk on
And Nathan,
past.
you save up your pennies and you can get a bus fare. Save up your
Do you
money.
know what? Do you know what? I will never conform, so right through you months ago. So why would I listen to any bullshit comes out of your mouth? Do you know what? Hey.
There's a bit of an echo going on there. Somebody.
So why would I listen to any shit that comes out of your mouth?
Did you have a look at Tyrone? Did you have a look at that video, Tyrone? It's backstage.
No, because I don't know how to fucking look at it.
Well, just click the link. It says m.youtube because I got it off a mobile phone browser. Yeah, it's just a mobile network. Every mobile browser does that. It's just a link. It'll take you to YouTube on the browser. That's the only thing. Yeah, so if you're on a PC, right, you can play that like you play anything. Just play it as like a browser. Yeah, or you could just play it in the background and everybody be able to hear what the guy says. You will see the video.
I can't.
It's in your back chat. It's in your backstage back chat. It's there.
I can't fucking find it.
I'll wave again so you can see it, right? Yeah. So on your backstage chat, you should have wave.
Right there, is it?
https://m.youtube.com/watch. Victor equals 7. I think it's a 0. It might be a capital O though. Foxtrot capital 5, Golf capital Romeo 08 6 Kilo Whiskey. That is the video that's been up on YouTube for years. That when you ask Israel what we should know, we should call their intelligence services. They say call it ISIS for Israeli secret intelligence services. But that's what the debate was earlier on, gentlemen from, I'm assuming, is that New Zealand's flag, is it? Or is it not? Oh no, I don't think it is actually.
I'm from Australia, bro.
Yeah, I was just looking at it there. I'm on a mobile phone to be fair, and I've not got my glasses on. That's why I was like, it might not actually be. Sorry. No pun
Sorry, I've got a
intended.
bit of a lag going.
So where about in Australia are you from? You what? North, south, east, west?
I'm from Melbourne.
What's that? Is that the west coast or the east coast?
I'm on the east coast, man, down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched a bit of it, Joe. I can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
You get what I mean, and this is what we're asking them. This is what we're asking them to call them, and this is what they're telling us to call them back in the 70s, guys. So you make it what you want.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it's something that I suppose people need to look deeper into, especially when I looked at Google. When I looked
Yeah,
at
look,
Google
look.
and it came
Now,
up with
Ty,
different.
Ty, check this out, right? Google who funded the white helmets during all that shit in Syria and shit, right? Yeah. And you'll find out that predominantly 60% of the funding came for the UK, and the rest of it came from America. So if we were found on the white helmets, and again, you can go find loads of articles over Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, all of that, yeah, that they were only removing ISIS combatants from the battlefield, then why were we paying to have our enemies took off the battlefield and took to Turkey?
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this stuff for over a decade, to be honest with you, but in different forums, different areas where people won't call you a tinfoil hat if you come out with something that doesn't fit their narrative, if you get what I mean. No pun intended, if you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's only people want to know about it now, because now it's starting to impact how much your milk is costing you. And now you're looking like, oh, actually, if they're going to call idiots like Joe up
No pun
when
intended,
they're
bro.
65-year-old, they're maybe going to want to come for my kids. That's the only reason people are interested now, Ty. But they were told this years ago too. You must have heard me being a crackpot saying what was coming, Ty.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody's got to make their own minds up about these things. I mean, we could go, everybody could talk about it till the cows come home, sort of thing. But unless you accept it, and they'll always come up with some other sort of narrative. But whatever it is, but whoever they are, wherever they originated from, they're still, a threat wherever they originated.
So one man's terrorist.
So another good one. Guy on the bottom, forever flat. Have a good one. Joe, go and fuck yourself.
It's all right, Nathan. I'm not a banker. I've got
Our
somebody.
allies are our threats these days, boys. We can't even trust our own government, let alone another country's government.
Well, that's
Well, that's the
interesting.
thing.
Right?
Trusting anyone's government, wherever you live,
What does
that's an
what
issue.
does the word government mean? What does it translate as out of Latin? Mind control. Why would you want to trust anything that's by design mind control?
It translates to somebody that puts their foot on our heads to make us do what we want to do.
So what's changed? Mind control is the same thing, to control your mind with a foot on top. No? And to be fair, you all love your television, but what is its real name? It's programming. That's its original name, not television. So what do you think the government invested in?
Television.
It means its original was programming. So when it programs you, what's it doing? It's building you up as they want you. Somebody's got an echo though, to be fair.
Sorry, boys,
Yeah.
my stream's lagging hard.
You should just turn the YouTube one, pause it, bro.
Sorry, boys,
or just mute it.
hard.
No, this one, the YouTube,
Not one.
the YouTube,
YouTube one. Shut
YouTube
that one
one.
down.
Still shut that browser down, and you should stop the echo. Yeah, but that's why when you watch the TV, they're called programs, because you're getting programmed.
We're all
That
getting
is why
programmed, bro. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
How do you change it?
I don't know. It's thing is, Joe. Today, I'm sure you know yourself, right? That most of people go through life, and
It's not
if you
gonna
go to
be
work,
changed.
you go out, you come home on a weekend, you go to the pub, and that's it. They just keep on doing this, but no one ever looks at anything in detail anymore, and that's where we get lost. Things is just being done and just push past us, and then we wake up and say, "Oh, when did that happen?"
Well,
It's
to be fair,
already done.
right? Let's just look at it as it is. You're all worried about the digital economy. Well, I've been using a government payment card for over 5 years. It's already here. It's done. And let's look at it as it is. Even Rees-Mogg came out the other day there, didn't he? And says, we all know that there's a crash coming. It has to come. Regardless of who is in power, we'll be doing something similar to what we did in 1969. And what that was, Tyrone, was a 10% benefits cut, wasn't it, 1969? But this time they're going to
Yes.
go harder and faster. And when you all get your reform, right, that's going to be harder and faster than what any yous think. And you know why? Because you all think reform, You all buy into the fact that the Nazis were right wing when they weren't. It's the Social Democrat Party, which is actually socialist, which is the left wing, historically. And that's why Reform did a deal with the SDP, the Social Democrat Party, in the last election. Yeah. And that's why it's all SDP in Scotland and Reform and all that there in England. It's also the same reason Glasgow received 2,500 migrants this year alone. Yeah, this financial year, just at the end. All were homeless and awarded hotels in Manchester, etc., etc. And they all presented themselves to Glasgow Council as homeless to get houses there, because all the YouTube videos show that Scotland's a soft touch. So they've been helping them come up here. It's quite ingenious, isn't it, Tyrone?
But
Yeah.
didn't Spain just make 500,000 immigrants fucking give them
Citizens.
citizenship? Yeah.
Yeah. But what happened the last time Spain did that, Tyrone? They did that about 15 years ago, and they gave 5 million people citizenship. How many came to the UK? 1 million. Out of the 5 million they gave citizenship to the last time, 1 million came to the UK, 1 million went to France, 1 million went to Germany. So I think Germany's going to get the lion's share, and so's France, because we won't.
Well, it's I know we're getting shafted, and things are happening. And at the moment, you think then, Joe, that reform will be bad for the UK?
I think that whether you like it or not, what's coming next, regardless of who's in power, is going to be bad. And if you look historically, who's the worst of the bunch?
Oh well.
You've got one outfit that's unknown entity, and that's the exact same as what it was pre-World War II, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They orchestrated that, didn't they? Really, that's what some people say, eh? Ken, University of Australia, or whatever it was. Ken, they paid back the debt structure, how they had to pay back, what was it, 21 billion in restitution, and we made them borrow 22.5 billion for America to pay back that 21 billion. Eh? When most people in that time frame, if you go reading or at least get the English versions of speeches, it was because he was fed up degenerate books, German people prostituting themselves, like 100,000 prostitutes just alone in Hanover. That's fucking surreal. People going home with wheelbarrows full of money because they didn't count it anymore because it was worth that little. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I see that happening right now here, slightly different. How much milk are you getting for your £3 now? How much butter do you get? How much bread can you get? I mean, if you want sausages, you can have these ones here that we're not really allowed to call them pork sausages anymore because they're only 47% content. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything
I
is
know.
shrinkflation. I see it happening right now. I see the same thing happening as what happened when I was an 80s kid, where they took away all your apprenticeships, which left you nothing to do but join the army. And they all had a job for us to do, a couple of years later after that. I see the exact same things happening. I don't see nothing changing. The derivatives are not getting paid, which means I still say the pound's dead. I still say we're getting our Bitcoin cryptocurrency hybrid gold standard stuff. I mean, only because Rusi Sushant told us this when he was Chancellor. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't see nothing that's changed it apart from major institutions now adopting crypto as payment transactions. Like, well, do you know, like, check this out, right? This weekend alone, do you know that SWIFT has agreed to use crypto for all its resolutions? That's amazing, because that's like, wow, that's MasterCard, that's insurance companies, right? Yeah. And various other government institutions up and down the globe are all actually turning to use crypto. Like, for example, FedEx, yeah, right? FedEx, they're going to make all of their stuff crypto-based. All of it. All the delivery methods, everything. Because everything's a transaction, yeah? On somebody's ledger, isn't it? Like Swift's a ledger, isn't it? You get what I mean? So the crypto, which is what you're all getting, why do you think the pound and dollar are virtually level now at $1, £1? Why do you think the Bank of England said to the euro area, we will still have a special relationship with you, even not in the Europes. So when they go after the dollar, which they're doing with BRICS, yeah, people say, oh, BRICS isn't there yet. Well, why the fuck is Saudi Arabia letting people buy oil in BRICS if it's not there yet? Just because they're still using their old currencies, which you're getting told are failing, right? Just because they're using them and drive them to the ground like it's a fire sale, doesn't mean they're not going to be changing shortly.
Blunt reckons Epstein was behind Bitcoin.
Yep, Epstein Island email last hangway, and I would suggest, guys, you can go to jmail.world and read them all. Some mad person took all the leaks, put them onto a web page so it looks like Google Mail, but Jmail for Jeffrey.world, and you can read all the emails. You can search and all that, just like it is Google Mail. It's amazing. But yeah, Epstein said that he knew the founders of Bitcoin, which tells me since Bill Gates seemingly got an STD for a Russian honeypot sting via Epstein, and people said, no, it's not the Russians, it's the Jews. And I went, Russians are Jews. Go figure. Which tells me, what do you think? Mossad, CIA, or MI6? I'm going to say it's MI6, right? Because if you go reading the papers, there's 6 people for Bitcoin that do the mathematical papers, right? And if you read the paper for Bitcoin, which comes out in Sushigoku Makaroki's, right? Go and do a little bit of handwriting analytics. There's only one of the 6, right? There's only 2 Brits in there for a start. And one of the 2 Brits always has 2 spaces after a full stop. And the Bitcoin one, it's got 2 spaces every full stop. So you make it that what you want. But you can go look at the 6 peoples and then go read their papers, and hopefully you'll see what I see. Because I saw it fucking years ago. Ken how? Because John McAfee told us. And how long's he been dead for? But hey, you guys are intelligent, you know it all. You are everywhere, on every platform, watching everything, because you are disabled and didn't sleep much, right? So you spend your time knowledge harvesting.
Right.
I might be weird, but I'm making a fucking fortune right now, selling Bitcoin.
Didn't they say there was a bit of a fraud thing with the Bitcoin, didn't they?
Well, no, the Bitcoin thing, the whole point, the reason why institutions didn't like the cryptos, and the reason why Epstein and all his cronies says we need to get rid of the XRP is because Bitcoin can be hidden. But if Bitcoin is owned by a government institution, all you criminals have been hiding your money, you're all got, just like Enco Chat, right? But that's why people are telling you, once you know who owns it, you'll sell every one of them. Because it's us. We own it. Why do you think the Clarity Act and all that's coming out now? Well, they're making it easier for you to use crypto. That's telling you Epstein's involved in crypto. Oh, that's to make things plummet, isn't it? I mean, like, crypto's no different than stocks and shares, Ty, is it really?
So I'm not really sure how it works. You exchange cash for the coin, or
yes, your coin value goes up and down, just like stocks and shares. It's still a futures market when you think about it, right? But what's happening now?
You trade all your cash for a digital currency, and then when all the sheep have attended to their will, they'll turn off the power, and then everyone is broke.
You could look at it that way, but look at it this way, right? In Australia, what's your GDP debt ratio? It's above 0. So every penny in your pocket is based on debt. Not 1 pence of it has actually got any guarantee whatsoever. It's a fiat currency, and it only has a value because we all fucking say it does. There's no gold backing it up.
There's no profit. It's all debt.
Right. Yep, it's all debt. So what you're talking about there is, if they just turn around in the world like they're doing in Africa right now and says, we don't want your dollars, we don't want your pounds,
they want you to die in debt,
gold,
so your children, your grandchildren can pay your debts, and then their children and grandchildren can pay their debts.
Or is it
and then the vicious circle continues.
Forever flat, or is it a case of that you never pay the debt and you're always in debt to them? You know?
That's the way it works now. That's the way it works now for governments, because we no longer borrow money for the Bank of England. We borrow it from hedge funders. And because we're already in that much
There's nothing
deficit,
real except deaths and taxes.
Well, persons are technically real.
I think I'd rather see us keep, the currency we've got, rather than Bitcoin.
So what happens?
Definitely don't want to see any cards coming in. Fuck that.
You've already got one. What are you talking about? You've got one already. Right, listen, you got a passport.
No, yeah.
Cash is always king in my books.
So check this out, Ty, right? Have you got a passport, Ty?
Yes.
So you've already got your biometrics and your health shit on the passport already, plus wherever you've been, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have a chip and pin, contactless credit card, bank card, etc.?
Yeah.
Right, so you've already got the same.
So they've got all my details. They've got everyone's details.
Right, okay. They've got it already. This is what people like. Look, think about it, right? I am using a government payment card to get my sick. Yeah?
Yeah.
My autism, right? What's a government payment card if it's not a Bank England account?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Susak told you were going to get it, and I've had it. I've been using it. Like, do you remember when Sir Tesco said, "I want people to get their benefits and be able to buy food in my shop"? Remember that? Right. Listen. See, my government payment card. It's iMovo, which means I can use it in quite a lot of places. Right. It's PayPoint, which means I can go to Sir Tesco's, take my money out, and go buy shopping time. So when the banks all go, see when the run from the bank comes, right, like it did in Greece, Ty, right? Yeah. And remember, David Cameron told us we need to take away money from the disabled, or we'll have
it's
to
an
do what they did in
card,
Greece.
but it's still got your social security number attached to it.
Everything.
So they still know who you are, even though it's not a debit card or credit card.
Yep. But when the new system kicks in, I'll be able to put that in an auto teller because it won't just be a linked system, because Swift has moved to Ripple. And it's not that they're saying they're doing it or doing a trial. They're doing it because the transaction charges are 10% less. The way it works out, somebody like FedEx, it gets charged per transaction on like every stage it clicks into place. There's a wee transaction charge for all of them. Some of these systems doing it. It's a Swift system. That's 10% less. How much money do they save a year on 14.5 billion parcels a year worldwide? And that system needs to be interactable worldwide too. So institutions are adopting it right now. And the only reason it's been so slow in the uptake is because America is the last continent to put the regulation. It's already regulated in the UK, Europe, Africa, South America. It's just America, and that's the Clarity Act you've been reading about, guys. That's what that is, right? And that's just getting passed right now, and everything's going the way.
All the Crown's countries.
Yep. Of course, it's the Five Eyes.
Yeah, well, we're on a slippery slope, I think, regards, finance and money, whatever.
Yeah, you're all fucked.
That's why MI6 is the Crown's biggest, you could say, castle or bishop, horse, doesn't matter.
Yep. It's probably the UK's digital queen, because the MI6 can go in any direction as far as they want. Pretty much untethered, to be fair. But that's why I said if Epstein knows the founders, right, it can only be one, and it's honeypots that's getting used for, right, and it's how they're paying all the blackmail and all that, right, then it's either going to be MI6, CIA, or Mossad.
I think
when that comes out, it's all gone, isn't it?
I think most of us, including me, are living with our eggs up our asses, and we're oblivious to everything that's going on in the world. That's the issue.
Do you think that's because they had you more worried about the flu?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's apparently another epidemic in London with something going on. I'm sure that's going to fucking transgress across the board, and we're going to close the country down with this fucking outbreak or whatever it is.
We've got the
so what do you know, Joe?
Nipah flu coming, the virus. They're going to see if they can pull the lockdown again.
Yeah,
it's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah. They try to wear us down bit by bit. Joe, what do you know about the Fabian Society?
Oh, they're just like another religious sect. You know what I mean? They're just as bad as the Zionists. They're just.
I know they're
Tony Blair was right into them.
The Labour Party, I think. The far left organisation, aren't they?
Yep, Tony
People
Blair was
reckon.
into them.
I think there's a lot of people in government that are members of this society, and they're trying to say that they sort of take, I won't say take control over Starmer, but suggest things to Starmer that he fucking does, you know? So,
Well, Starmer's, like, the thing about Starmer is, right, like, the thing about the Fabian Society, like, Gordon Brown and Tony Blair were right into that. So that takes you to Fetty's Edinburgh, and that takes you to Strike It Lucky, Scottish guy, aye, and he turned around and told everybody Fetties did everything bad to children. Penetration, physical, mental, right? What's his name? Scottish guy, Alistair something or other. He did The Price That's Right after Barrymore, right? Do you know that there is 5 individuals right now on remand, all for willful fire raising or arson attacks, and they're all against Sir Keir Starmer? Over the last year, he has had 3 properties firebombed, 4 cars, one of which he sold just a week before to his neighbour. And all 5 of these individuals, they all happen to separate times, this, by the way, as well, right? They all are between the age of 19 and 22, and you'll find them all on Grindr, these Ukrainian males.
wow.
I find it weird, right? Like 1 or 2 Ukrainians, I would have been like, oh, he's been to the wrong party there. You know? Can we Free Ukraine do? But to have 5 of them, and how is it these individuals could get the registration plates? They are Prime Minister, his second and third homes. I mean, what kind of security jobs do these people have? Or did they get picked up in these cars, get taken to these houses, and that's how they knew they were, and they got picked up after, like, chats on Grindr? I mean, does nobody know that yet?
There seems to be a suggestion of. I know that somebody suggested he was gay way back, didn't they?
Somebody, you know? 3 of them are on segregation, guys. 3 of them are getting treated just like Tommy Robinson was. They're not allowed to go out in the jail, so people can't know. Call me old-fashioned.
I think there's a lot of politicians hiding in the dark secret myself, you know. Hey, morning, Rich.
He's an ex-KC. He's like an ex-KC, so he on QC, so he knows what legal levers to pull to keep everybody silenced. See, I don't think any prime minister should have ever came through like a KC or QC like situation. To be fair, because that's just lethal power, man. If you are the top of the tree, when it cut like heady prosecutions and all that sort of stuff, why would you want somebody that is that well versed in legal stuff to keep us in the dark? Why would anybody vote that in? You voted Starmer. Did you vote Starmer, Ty?
Oh, did I? Fuck. No, Labour, no. I was dead against it. I voted Labour for a lot of my life, Joe, to be honest, when they were actually for the working classes, you know, but they went, yeah. They changed to a different, like, I would say, as Tory as the Tories are now, you know, fucking hell.
Well, that's why you don't vote for Labour, guys. You vote for New Labour.
Yeah, well,
Labour's
that's it.
Dead. Labour's gone, isn't it? Labour died when Tony Blair and Gordon Brown made New Labour.
Yeah, well.
And then anybody
years and years ago, fucking Harold Wilson's time and all that, you know, fucking hell.
But that's old Labour. That's before.
Exactly. Yeah, this is new. Yeah.
Before GB News owner said vote Tony and get in. The Sun newspaper, Rupert Murdoch, the Zionist. Do you see that? Do you see who changed your politics, Ty? Who changed your party? And do you see how they did it for money?
It's all about that, isn't it? You know.
Who do you think the Fabian Society is when you've got Zionists compounding the switch and making it sound good for all of us? And that's GB News, guys. And you're all watching it today. Remember that. That's News Corp.
But Joe, it's always about money. And it's just 2 wings of the same bird. Doesn't matter who you vote for. Brother. Their promises mean nothing.
Yep, 100%. And if I call that 2 wings of the same imperialistic bird. Yeah, because it doesn't make a difference if it's America, Rome, there's always an eagle. Germany, eagle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they always use that eagle because it relates to God, doesn't it? Because the eagle's got the
Starteria.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one because, like China, all of the arrow ports are facing into China, which kind of says that wall was to keep China out of Tartaria. Some people say it's a good theory, actually. To be fair, you know. So some people say. But Tyrone, for fixing it, do you think that like
Yeah,
there was
same
a
as
thing that happened
Mongolia.
in Iceland?
They say that was part of Tartaria in Russia.
Yeah,
Russia's a part of Asia.
Yeah,
it's all connected.
Asia, that's correct. Yeah. That's why in the 1800s in places like America and Britain, they had like worldwide fairs, and they actually have Tartaria written in some of the literature there. Like there's like coat of arm type things with United Kingdom, America, Tartaria, Australia, like Paris, stuff like that. Yeah. Some of the old maps that were done by the Turks, like we used them like 1500s, like they have
Well,
Tartaria.
now we've got the internet. We can see. We all got taught in school that third world countries were so poor, Africa was poor, but we've all got the same infrastructure. All that have the same buildings. How can we all have the same buildings, but there was no airships? The Zeppelin crashed, and that was it.
Well, we're becoming the third world country now. That's the problem. We're becoming a third world country.
We've imported the third world country. We've had 12 million in 10 years. We're not becoming, we imported it.
We are the third world country.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that we got told Western countries were the best countries, but we are the shittest countries. Africa is more richer than us. And the only thing I ever got told when I was younger, we got showed pictures and videos of kids in Rwanda with flies and snots all over their nose, little skinny kids with pot bellies. But nah, that's only that's a certain part of Africa.
Yeah, but it's happening in this country. Kids are starving in this country, but this government don't look out for their own in this country. They look out for people that just come arrive by boat. Got kids starving here, families starving. They don't give a fuck about them.
Nah, put the immigrants, not immigrants, but just the illegals in hotels for free since before COVID, and then have our own population on the streets in tents, drug affected to their eyeballs.
During COVID, we did actually put the vets and the homeless into hotels as well. We just kicked them out afterwards. But what's an interesting thing is anybody actually did a subject access request to the government asking how much is spent on benefits in the UK for every Indigenous or citizen of United Kingdom, and how much is spent by the Home Office and hotels, etc., etc. Has anybody actually collected the information yet? Because I do believe there's a 25% larger spend on the migrants if you go and look.
I think they're talking billions, not millions, for for that.
But I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure that my future generations are going to be paying that debt off.
100%, but there's still more spent on the hotels. That's my point. My point is, we're all sitting here now, right, Tyrone, right? And I've seen this. I'm not saying I've seen it here tonight or another night, but I've seen it around the world. People saying, we need to sort the deficit, we need to cut benefits. But when you actually go look at the benefits for the citizens of that nation, and you look at what they're spending on migrants, the money spent on migrants, regardless of millions or billions, the number is higher than what's being spent on the people in that nation that are from that nation. But the people that are in jobs, scared about losing their jobs, they're all saying, let's cut benefits. Yeah, I hear it in Britain. Like, you can't say let's cut migrant hotels because you get called racist for J&J and all that shit. But you can say let's take money off the disabled. Let's take it off the granny. Let's take it off the granny's winter fuel allowance. Let's pick on those vulnerable ones, but don't talk about those ones because they don't have passports. Yes, nobody is asking the question why it is that everybody's getting sucked up and playing right into their hands. Because I hear Vegas saying you get too much benefits, fucking dole bums. Why?
I think a lot of the working people are, I think, mostly pissed off because they're getting taxed to cover what's been paid out,
Well, there's a simple thing. We can make work pay, just like they said at Auschwitz. and you can go get a higher wage. You can get paid more. Like, since wages haven't went up in line with inflation for almost 40 years, why are you not asking for more money to make work pay? Why are you asking for the lowest of the low, the bottom of the ladder, to have a percentage removed off them, and you're not even getting a wage increase? How do you make work pay? You get paid more money. You make employers pay more money. That's how you make work pay. Or you work less. You go on a 3-day week. You remember that, Ty? 3-day weeks? You must remember
I
that
remember
shit.
3-day week. But, I mean, it all depends on the site. People with small business can't afford to pay big wages because it's a small business. They're not making millions and millions, so they can't afford to up wages all the time to cover the cost. So it depends on where you work, who's the owners, can they afford it, But let's be fair, you go to, I don't know where, if your town is the same as my town, nearly every other shop is boarded up because the fucking rent is so high. People,
Well, that's because, but Ty, if you want rental, right, if you want the rent for these businesses to go down, you must be prepared to lose a value of your house, because your house value is intrinsically linked to the rental prices of corporate properties, yeah, commercial properties. You know that, yeah. That's how your house is valued way above what it should be because of these high rental
but if you
prices
agree to
for the
losing value of
businesses.
your house, the next step is you're going to have to agree to lose value in your land property, and then after that, it's everything else.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work like that, because the only reason we had a housing crisis in the 80s, Ty, is because all the shops shut, Ty, when they began decimalisation. All the shops
100%.
shut.
Sorry, Joey.
Which meant,
no disrespect, bro, but
the rent
100%
prices
works like
just.
that.
No. But what I'm saying is, it didn't work like
To
that in the
Angelina,
UK.
we haven't got a housing crisis.
What I'm saying is, right, my Australian brother, right? Ty knows that when we had a housing market crash the last time in the UK, it's because all the shops shut, all the rental prices evaporated for rental corporate business, right? Commercial property. That intrinsically links to the value of your home property.
Yeah,
So
that's
when you
correct, man. But who made
let me
them
finish.
small
Let me finish,
businesses
please.
and ma and pa
But they can,
stores shut down and collapse? Was the government through
that
COVID?
well, no. That we never had a housing crisis just after COVID. I'm talking about 1980s, right? In 1980s, bro, is when the last time we had a housing crash. Really, that people really, really lost all their houses, and it wasn't you are right in what you're saying. But my point is, Tyrone, in order for say these rents are astronomical, it's shocking. They should be lower. Tyrone must be prepared to lose a value of his property, because that is exactly what will happen. I'm not saying that it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that will happen. But when the rent value of these shops go down, so we get more shops open, Ty's
No,
going to
you're
be
right, bro. I
upset.
didn't know you're
He's
talking
going
about
to
the 80s, but yeah, you do have to
Ty's
lose money to make
yeah,
money.
yeah. Ty's going to have to lose 50 grand off his house so we can get a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker in the local shops. It's as simple as that. You get what I mean? And I'm not trying to say that to be like because I don't own my house or anything like that, Ty. It's just that is the economics, whether you like it or not. And now is the time for people to
Yeah, no, facts, bro.
look into the abyss and realize where we actually are. Like, I've laughed for years, right? Because even people say to me, like, why is it you're so happy? You have nothing. I'm like, because I've got nothing left to give. I've got nothing left they can take off me. It doesn't make a difference anymore to me. I got shafted 10 years ago.
I think that's the way things are being pushed. That they want people to have nothing and be happy having nothing. So
well, they told you that.
That's the road we're heading down. Yeah.
Of course. And
can't get blood from a stone.
Yeah, that's
simple
it.
as that. I mean, like I've already told these people, I don't pay fake bills. I just get bigger bills, and I just keep getting the default lifted and deal with the court case, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. But it's no real money.
That's right. Because I remember a few years ago you said you
Stop
don't
answering your phone.
pay water rates
the
or something
letters.
like that. Joe, you said?
Don't pay water rates because I've got a right to hot and cold running water in Scots law. I don't pay gas or electricity because I've got a hot and cold running water. How I heat my water is an electric shower and a gas combi boiler, and the smart meters aren't smart enough to know the difference between my combi boiler and my gas cooker and my telly and my shower. That doesn't make it my fault. That makes it theirs. I get put into deadlock, and deadlock legally means nothing I need to do legally or lawfully to resolve the situation. I just need to deal with the bullshit they send to me because I'm in a complaint. Yeah, we're in a dispute. You can't get defaults. If you can't get a default, you can't get an asset seizure. Well, laters. And when it comes to the court case, keep honest with you, Ty, right? I've actually got recordings of me phoning up the court and getting my warrant pulled out. So I don't even need to turn up. Do you know why? Because I've beat them once already. And if I do it another 2 times, none of yous get to pay that shit anymore. It's called setting legal precedent. So they keep me away from the court. Unless they want to charge me with something naughty. And then they come team-handed and drag me out. Terrible. But that's why I don't pay it. It's a fake bill anyway, Tyrone. If you go looking, right, the Billy Sale Act, in order to be a legal and lawful Billy Sale, you need 7 points of information. Your utility statement only has 5. And you can get a bit of printed paper for that with the government on YouGov.com if you go and actually look. So anybody could walk into I just do it the way I do it because the Scottish government is the council of the elders in this country, which means where you stay,
Joey, I can't confirm or deny that I pay my utility bills, but I hear you, bro.
To be fair, right, you can the easiest way to do it. If you've got an old meter, right, you can make yourself a device called a meter beater. Right? It'll cost you about 20 quid, right? And you basically you go to the nearest plug socket to your old meter, right? And you plug it in and you turn it on and you turn the dial up so you send an electromagnetic pulse back up the meter, right? And it slows down the dial. You can actually dial it in. So you run around your house, you put everything on, you watch it whiz round fast as fuck, you turn up the electromagnetic pulse, and it slows down your meter, and then you turn everything off, and then you just pay like 20% of what they want. But it's purely educational, hypothetical purposes only. I do not tell people to do that, and I would check your local law enforcement rules for respective countries to find out whether that would be legal or not. But
and we don't encourage people to do it if their neighbours have pacemakers.
100% not. But that's also the reason, right? Check this out. Do you know that like 7 out of 10 smart meters that are used by the Western world, they don't use resistance as a form to collect the units used, right? Because if it uses resistance, that electromagnetic pulse will slow it down. But this is also the reason why, for quite a lot of people out there, when they go from a normal meter to a smart meter, right, their bills jump up astronomically. And the reason for that is all our devices that we use nowadays for the last 20 years have been forced to have transformers put in them, so they use less, right? So if you just imagine 240 volts going down to your light, yeah, your old light bulb would use 60 watts of that, yeah? The new one's only using, say, 9 volts. So that transformer drops the energy from 24 down to 9, right? Just for argument's sake. But the smart meter don't take a difference to resistance, which means it's still going to bill you for the full 24, not the 9. So every smart device you've got in your house that's energy saving actually ain't saving you a penny anymore. And that's why it appears that it's went up in price, because you've been making savings over the years and it's just been made null and void now.
Di doesn't know, it's just a water meter. Does that save you money, Di? Because I know I'm saving money on my water meter.
I don't have a water meter. You're not allowed
You
to
don't
have
have a water meter. I know Di was saying she has a water meter, and she doesn't have a smart meter, but she has a water meter.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at a water bill in 7 years, allegedly.
You and Joe will go well together.
I wish I had a coal fire. I have lots of letters piling up. No, but like I do deal with them, Tyrone. I don't just bury my head in the sand. I tell them categorically that I only want to pay my personal
I wish I had an elite bunker.
You know, I didn't tell them I'm not want to pay it, Tyrone. I tell them I want to pay my personal liability, but I tell them it's a costly living crisis, and I'm only going to pay what I'm personally liable for. And they cannot do it, Tyrone. Do you actually know, Tyrone, it's English law that the meters are put in by, no Scottish law? Did you know that?
No, in Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's English law. There's no law for meters in Scotland because we've got a right to hot and cold running water.
yeah.
It's
Well,
in the law. That's why the Scottish government say we don't like the landowners, and these landowners aren't free here. Why did the landowners say we can't have a water meter? They said no, it's because it's a right. You can't meter something that's a right.
That should be a law in every country for human rights, hot and cold water.
It's only in Scotland, but that's the thing with Britain is England, Wales, and Ireland and Northern Ireland, they're based on common law. Scotland's based on Roman law. It's the oldest law of all the home nations. It's not based on common law. You don't have any Magna Carta rights in Scotland. Aye.
Yeah, Australia is based on common law as well and maritime law.
Yep, your America's based on common law and a special international maritime law after their fake independence.
Well, that's killer. Bills are a killer, you know. And I think there's a lot of people in the UK that don't pay their bills. I mean, like I said, they tell them I can afford to pay X, you know, a pittance per month, and it just continues and just rolls on and on and on and on. And they still pay a little bit of money, and then it keeps on going, you know. So
the only reason I do it the way I'm doing it, Tyrone, is the Council of Elders is now the Scottish Government in Scotland. And there's a bit of Scots law that states that the Council of Elders are liable for all debts and honours of those who are born within the county or reside within the county. And they stole that Council of Elders tag off every local authority in Scotland years ago. So when the Scottish Government say it's bad that we have food banks, people choosing between food and fuel, they're liable for how you heat your home, Ty. 20 years ago, I got Falkirk Council to pay a £360 gas bill, a full year's bill, 30 quid a month. Remember them days? Brilliant, eh? They paid it for me. They paid it for me, Ty, because they were the council elders. Like, I've known this for 20 years, right? I got them to pay it for me, Ty, but I still had to pay it. Do you know why? They stuck it on my sundries, Ty. They stuck it on the sundries account, and you can't get out the sundries account. You got to pay the sundries account, right? So you get what I'm saying?
You still get government incentives here as well for utility bills, but I don't bother, man. It's jumping through too many hoops.
No, that's not an incentive, right? It's just that the Council of Elders are actually liable for all debts and honours. And because in Scotland you've got a right to something, that debt has to be honoured by the Council of Elders. Right? So when I got my local authority to pay it, they stuck it on my sundries account, and you can't get out paying the sundries account, right? I thought it was ingenious because I had found that little quirky thing in Scots law. And they dealt with it. But the thing is, Ty, my government can't do nothing to McKinley. They can't even put tax up. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I'm in like a wee legal conundrum. I'm up to like £17,000 now, Ty. So if I'm wrong in what I'm saying, how am I at that level?
DBA.
Right, but you know what I'm going to do eventually, Si, right? I'm going to invoke the Scottish Debt Act 1998 as amended that states that any entity that lets me get above £4,500, you become a certain type of lender again. It would come back to me. But basically, it means you become a loan shark, which means you didn't get nothing. And everybody in England could invoke these laws too, because of the Article of Joining the Crown's, Ty. It states, doesn't it? A Scotsman's rights must be afforded to an Englishman, an Englishman's rights must be afforded to a Scotsman. As we're one now, right? You get what I'm saying? So you could, but that you would just bankrupt every one of your councils. That's why I highly suggest.
Joe, if we lived in a real reality land, no one should be in debt. We should all be living freely and comfortably. But that's not the way the system is, as we all know.
Yeah, there is a international court, like the same one that put out like a warrant for Phil the Greek and Elizabeth II in Canada, that states that everybody in the UK should have been given £6 million or £7 million. I think in Australia, you were about 4 or 5 million, because all of these trust funds that are based on our birth certificates, that we never get to see the money, and they just keep growing. Because the birth certificate is Pat Pendy Day.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
It was Pat
We're meant to
Pendy
be
by a lord.
Our birth certificates are meant to say that we've got like millions of dollars when we were born.
Yep.
But the government takes it and puts us in debt.
Yep. You can on your birth certificate. There's a certain number, and if you can access that on free certain international stocks and shares, commodity places, and you can find people in America a decade ago were sending the American government like
That's
pay
why
this for me,
our
pay this for
names are
me.
in capital letters, because we're a commodity.
Yep, because we are getting bought and sold right now on the open stock market. I'm worth over £18 million according to the government, and they utilise that on a daily basis. That's how the pound is worth something different for the fucking dollar and the drachma and stuff like that. That's how those work. A lot of folk didn't realise that financial lever, because that's what it is, right? That was patented and then awarded to the king in the UK. So Prince Charles is the man who makes every penny off our back. And that's why people say you're a slave to the system, because if your birth certificate's patented, then it's owned. And that's why it's full caps. Birth certificate, death certificate, and your debt. That's the only things that comes in full caps. And if you are older than 30, you were actually taught at school, full caps for everything as a business / corporation. Yeah, business or corporation for full caps for everything. Uppercase and lowercase is a human being. And if you go and looking in Black's law, a human being is only described as a male or female. A person, though, is a fictitious legal entity made up so governments and corporations can make money. Your birth certificate is the person, not you. That's how they use words and spells against you, to be fair. It's all contracts. And you all accept it the minute you sign.
Joey, keep preaching, brother. You say it. Facts.
If you want to get yourself out of contracts, I highly suggest you go and figure out what is a way of signing under legal duress. Now, I'll help you. It's only 2 letters with dots in between them, and at the end, it's either capital Charlie dot, capital Victor dot, either side of your signature, or it's capital Victor dot Charlie capital. Yeah, capital Charlie dot. So it's either VC or CV, either side of your signature. That means you're signing under duress legally and lawfully. And what I mean by that is they'll have terms and conditions that say if you don't sign this, you can't have this. So under duress, if you want that, under duress, you're going to sign that, okay? You're going to accept that to get to point Z, but it doesn't make it lawful or legal. And it means they can't hold you to it too. I remember claiming back my police fines that way. It was fucking brilliant.
No one wants to do anything under duress, bro.
No. Hey, listen, you're governed by consent and policed by consent. What happens if you say no, guys? They get upset. So say yes under duress and get away with it. Legally. Bearing in mind, you can have legal but not lawful.
You are guilty until proven innocent.
That's the new law, yeah, especially in Scotland. I think everybody in England and Wales should look at Scotland and see how bad it is, and then see what's coming to you next. Because
the world's fucked up.
Well, listen, bro. See at Brexit, right? We all can, right, that civil law in with the criminal law is really bad, right? We've seen it in Scotland for 10 years now, right? It's terrible. But people don't realise that law is actually a European law. That's where it came from. So when Brexit came, even with Farage and everybody, they all said, we will make every European law UK statute law to make it easier. That means you're getting the civil law in with your common law, which means you won't be a safe haven for people, because you'll be just as bad as what it is up here, and it's really bad up here. Like, they can do what they want up here. They don't even have cameras, the police.
Right, you two, that's my 2 hours done. I'm about to pull the plug.
Okay,
so
no transparency.
Cheers for popping up, Joe, and Forever Flat. It was interesting chat tonight.
Watch that video, Ty, and you'll get what I mean. It tells you, just flat out.
Thank you for having me here tonight, right and wrong. And Joe, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Good chat.
Good night, mate.
I didn't come up to have arguments with that idiot earlier on either, to be fair. I just wanted to point out the obvious, that nobody knows, but we've all been told. Nobody really knows. even what I'm saying, there's no guarantee that I'm correct. I would highly suggest don't believe what I say. Go and look. You need to read it yourself anyway to be able to take it on board. Most things people need to see with their own eyes, Ty.
Exactly.
You get what I mean?
Absolutely right. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for letting me on, and I do apologise. My delivery method's not the best.
Hey Joey, I'm from Australia, man, and I don't know much about Scotland besides the movies I watched growing up as a kid. But every country is affected with the same issues at the moment. So you are spitting facts, man. Even if you're wrong, you're still right, and I know it because it's happening here.
We're all in the same system. That's why we've just got different server admins. You know what I mean? Like classify the police and the army as server admins. We're just on different servers. It's the exact same script. It's the same game. You know what I mean? But anyway, thanks for your time. Enjoy your night. Have fun.
Ta-da, boys. Ta-da.
No, thank you, guys.
Okay, mate. Have a good one. Right then, people. I thought, to be honest, Joe was very interesting, and me and Joe haven't got on in the past, but I thought it was quite interesting what he was saying, and yeah, I mean, there wasn't nothing nasty. It seemed educational, but like he said, do your own research. Don't believe everything you hear on the platform. Do your own research into everything that's been discussed tonight. We're not here to hate. We're not here to cause any bother. We're just here for a good time. And I know there's a lot of comments about Joe. Not everybody's cup of tea, but he was respectful and he was tidy tonight. I thought he knew quite a bit, or seemed to know quite a bit about a lot of things. And yeah, so to me it was good because it would just be me talking shite and Chris talking shite. So yeah, not everyone's cup of tea, I know, but I enjoyed it. So take care, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'll finish like I normally do by saying, be kind to those that are kind to you. If they're not, fuck them. And cheers, my mods. Thanks, mods, for popping in. Great mods. And big up a chat all day long. Chat is king. And I hope to catch you on the next one, people. And God bless. Take care. Oil vow.